Hi, welcome to Inspired. You're going to have a great session today with Lil and Nathan. It's the first session that I haven't been able to get to in person, but I certainly hope that you really enjoy today's session. The theme today is all about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is about launching and running a business. So whether you're a business owner or an employee within a business, the principles are important for you. Whether you're launching a project in a workplace and running that through to conclusion, or whether it's your own business, it makes no difference. The principles are the same. As I share each of the principles I'm about to share with you about entrepreneurship, I'm going to do it from a different location so it sets differently in your memory to help you apply it. The first principle I'm going to talk about is this idea of a vision or a goal. You've got to be able to see what's ahead of you to make a plan towards that. And if you look behind me there, you get a sense of there's quite a sight line here. And this is what we need in business, to have a real good picture of the future and how we're going to get there. And when you're looking at this future vision, this goal that you have, one of the largest components there is what value are you going to add? What are you going to make easier, faster, quicker? What's impossible you're going to make possible? Because unless you're adding value to somebody, you don't have a product to sell, or your project won't be worthwhile. So in this goal setting piece, it's not just about goal setting about what your company to look like, but it's also about what are you going to add. Here we are in the kitchen. Now, every business has an engine room where the work gets done. There are a couple of important factors we need to consider about the engine room of a business. The first is, are we doing the right things? Now, at the February Inspired, Brent, Claire and myself will be talking about simplification, how we simplify our lives to do the essential things that matter. And I'll be talking about this idea of essentialism, working out the key tasks and getting those done. Now, in order to get the key tasks done, we probably have to divert our attention away from things which are less important, which means we need to stop doing some stuff. Now, when you've worked out what you're doing and what you're not doing, the next thing is doing what you're doing effectively and efficiently. So those processes and systems that you have in your business are absolutely essential. If you do have to do a job more than once, make sure you've got the most effective and efficient way to get that job done. For this next principle, we're here in my gym. And the reason we're here is to remind you to sharpen the saw. As Stephen Covey said, it's about sharpening the saw to be the best that you can be. Whether that's the knowledge you need, the reading you need, whether it be the friendships, the connections, the networks that you need, whether it be looking after your body. All of these are going to be fundamental to your success as an individual. And if you just go on and on and on, work, burnout can happen to any of us. And to avoid that, you need to make sure as an entrepreneur, as a high-performing team member, that you're on your game, which means sharpening the saw. For this next principle, I'm up in my treehouse. It's a very short principle, and it's just a matter of getting perspective. And I'm up here merely to give you that sense that sometimes you need to step out of your project, out of your business, to be able to get a greater perspective and make better decisions. Okay, for this next principle, we're heading into the canyon. This next principle is one of preparation. Now, the first time I came up this canyon, I've been looking at it for about 2 or 3 years. Thought it was going to be really tough. I came in with pruners, saws to cut my way through the undergrowth. But actually, once I started, it was a lot easier. The river had done most of the work, cleared the undergrowth. So making progress to this waterfall was quite easy. But because it's completely locked in with the canyon, it's like, what do I do next? And the next principle was all about backing yourself when the going gets tough. Looking at the risks, making an educated kind of plan as to what you're going to do, and then backing yourself. And in business, that backing yourself is absolutely key. So join me and we'll go to the top. Well, you've made it. Well done. You've made it to my office. This is my preferred place to come and think. It's about 10 minutes walk from my house. As you can see, it's out in the open. And as leaders, we need time to be with ourselves, to be able to think. Final principle, it's about finding that solitude as a leader so that you can make good decisions, think things through, and come up with the plans that are going to be successful. Well, that's it from me. I've tried to share a few principles here with you about my views on entrepreneurship. We could have spent days on this, but I'm sure you'd rather be spending time with Lil and Nathan and the speakers there today. So I wish you that you have a great day and inspired. See you soon.